right, so welcome back. This is part 9 because I did a video before this, but I'm not going to consider that one part of this series. So, but I did this picture in that video, and I'm showing it to you to show you something. Okay, this is when I usually draw traditionally, whenever I draw, I use this method right here. I use that method right here to get my characters started, or my body started. Now, I did not use this method for this, and it still came out right. So this video, we're going to get into people that are having trouble drawing, and you really don't have to use this method all the time. I'm going to show you just using this little shape, this little square or rectangle, how you can do your positions. So let's switch paper, and hopefully it won't blur on me. So this is another something that I did. So some ink pens down here, my hand down here, maybe it won't blur on me. So a couple things that I was talking about in that other video, and basically that one was talking about people that are actually starting a comic book, and that's your dream to do a comic book, and a couple things that you might need or you have to do to get your comic book going, and can you make a lot of money doing comic books. But I talked about like figures, buy figures. Now you can go on Amazon and you can probably get this figure for like $14 or something like that. But what you're probably going to get is a knockoff, because I have seen a lot of people that have taken pictures. They've ordered these things and they've taken pictures, and they have different heads and different arms. Like one arm might be this one, another arm might be something from another dummy, and the foot might be something. So, you know, and a lot of them, they come broken and tore up. So they're not so much knockoffs of this. They're pretty much like rejects. Maybe somebody sent it back and they try to fix it up. Somebody might have bought them and they sent it back, and then they repackaged it in some other kind of package and sent them out. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're going to buy, if you're really serious about doing comics, you should get a figure, and that's great for your reference. But if you do get one, go to the actual site, go to the actual website. This is Bandai, Body Kun or Body Chan. One of the girl is the Chan, I think. The guy is Body Kun. So actually go to their website and order. It might be a little bit more money, but you'll know that you're getting what you order. So yeah, just like that. If you see something for like $5, two for $3.50, something's wrong, player. Something's wrong. So yeah, do that. Okay, so now what I was talking about is the shapes. Now, instead of doing the traditional, like I always show you to do, I mean, that's great when you're going to do like your character with muscles. But if you're not doing the character with muscles, if you're doing people with clothes, and I'm sure you're not going to do a book that everybody is in a costume. They're going, even your hero is going to have to put clothes on sometime. So let me just do this while I got this going. Coming around. And then, and this is just rough. So you have that position right there. So instead of doing this, all you have to do is this. And then if it's coming from the side, if you're going to see some side, you're going to have to see the side of this rectangle like that. Then just do your head. The arms and legs will not change. Down the bottom, if you have your center line, you can bring this down. If it's too short, bring that down a little bit more, or just lengthen the whole thing, basically what I'm just saying. And then do your rooftop, your mountaintop. Rooftop to your house. That way you have the separation for your legs. And your legs are always going to be cylinders. So they're always going to be cylinders. And we'll get into that a bit more, because you have to know how to do your cylinders. Because anytime you're doing comics or anytime you're doing anatomy, the arms and legs are going to be cylinders. And unless you have somebody that has no arms and legs, you're going to be drawing cylinders. So that's the same thing. And then I would just slim it down a little bit. Other than that, and then you have it. So if it's hard for you to do this, practice doing that. And then do this. Just practice doing your rectangle. As many angles as you can for the rectangle. And then that would take the place of the body. So if I put a head here, put the legs here, put the arms here, you'll see that. Same thing here. If I put the legs here, put the arms here, put the legs here. And since that's going to be going like that, that's going to be like that. Put the legs here. It takes the place of that body that might be hard for you to draw. And because you would know this from every angle, it would be head here, set arms here, and then some leg here going down, and the feet. It makes it easier for you to draw that body, and then just kind of slim it off a little bit. Slim it off. And as I say, if you want to see the side, that's where your chest is going to curve at, that side there. But if you're dressing all of these, was it center line? I said that V. If you're dressing all of these, then you will not need to do any type of muscle whatsoever. So I can draw all these, or I can dress all these, and then you will never know that I use this rectangle to actually do the character. But you have to know how to do cylinders. I mean, if you take one whole day and just do cylinders all day, then, you know, you're getting somewhere. So like this guy straight on, if I just brought this in and then brought that out like this, then you would never know that I used a rectangle. Never know. And put the chest, turn the chest out, there's the abs. So you don't really need to have to do this every time. I mean, I enjoy doing it because that's just me. I enjoy doing it because that's how I taught myself. So it's a natural thing to do that. And then I kind of basically keep track of all my lines because I do this way. That, and then that, Brian. So it just helps me. But if that is hard for beginners to do, and did I just draw that and you didn't see it? If for beginners to do, then just do the square. Try to twist it, you know, as much as you can. Turn it, however, up shots, down shots, whatever. Just practice that. And then go ahead and throw that oval and this oval in there and center line, and then just put a head on there. And then you have a body. You have plenty of body. Did I just draw that off camera again? What's wrong with me? Even this here, the oval, because anybody can draw an oval, center line, oval. So your head is, your hole for your head is going to be at the center line. So then you would put your head there above it, and then draw this there. It's like that. So you're drawing a bunch of half bodies. And I say, just put your head up there so you kind of know where it's headed. Put your heads up there so you know where it's headed. Okay. See what I just did there? And if you want to put a stick arm or whatever on there, you can, just to, you know, make you feel better. But that would be great practice for you. Something I would recommend you to do if you're having trouble with this. And I can sit here and draw boxes all day, but did you blur on me? Just make sure they're long enough to actually be part of the body. And if I took a box and I bent it down like this, like that, kind of like curve it. And as I say, it's hard for me to draw if I'm not thinking about a particular position. Okay, let's just do these three because I don't want to do the whole thing, the whole video on boxes. So yeah, you put your thing, because his head is going into the box, it's going to be down on his shoulder. Here's your oval, and then here's your other oval for the body. The center line, here's your oval. Kind of keep the oval in the box. And then your head would be like here. And this guy put a little arm on him. He's flying and he's looking at you like saying, yo, I'm flying, player. And it could be like, hey, where's the thumb? Like that. I mean, you can just add stick figures. This is for playing. This is just for playing. Was I off camera? No, I think I was still on camera. Pull the paper down or push the camera up. So you have this, and as I said, because this head is down in here, he's automatically leaning, and just bring your lines in like that, curve them in like that, because your shoulder would come down, then it's going to be your delts, and then your arms. However, so this is going to be the bottom here. So however, whatever reason he'd be leaning down, the legs would have to, match. Yeah. So, and here with your head and the center line here, he's taking that would be like more of a pose, a perspective kind of pose, like that. Keep the in the box. Don't make your box too fat on one side, or too narrow, too fat, too narrow, because you want that. You want that body to fit, or you want those ovals to actually fit in the entire box. Maybe touching the front to the back. Then you have your center line, even if the person is turned. Remember, that head is going to come up on this line, that center line, and since he's turned, his shoulders are going to turn that way. Maybe he's like laying down or sitting down, and the other hand could be here, or the other arm could be behind him somewhere. But by doing the boxes makes it a lot easier for you guys to, and this would have been like this. And try to put a little curve. Don't make everything straight. Curve it. That way you have some curve in your body. And then of course here, because by this being up, the center line comes down here. It's going to drop down there. That separates the two parts of your legs. So you can bring it up like this to make that house. Rooftop. Separate up, like that. And that's going to make that rooftop. And then you have a leg that's going to come out of this hole here, which is that one. And you have one that comes out of here, which is that one. So if you are having trouble, and I never set my timer, if you are having trouble with the traditional way that I've been showing you, just do boxes or rectangles. Do a bunch of rectangles and then just see where the imagination can go with that. What else? What else? What else? And it's going to be like that. So one leg's going to be here, one leg's going to be lower. This is going to be a foot here and a foot down here. Same with the arm. The hand's going to be here, and it's going to be on that line. All right, let's talk body types, because obviously everybody body, B-O-D-Y, physical body, is not going to be the same as the next. So let's work on body types, because you're not going to have everybody in your book or all your drawings are going to have the same body type. So I don't want to go too big. And it's best to start out with the squares again, or the rectangles again. So this is one. That. We have one like this. I'm going to keep them all like... another could be more like this. And you could have, what do I have? I don't know, let's get back to that one. Okay, so this would be my regular body. So if you have this, if you do this, and if it's not long enough, bring it down, center line, always center line, I'm sorry. Bring it down and then put your house on it, upside down house. That way you have room for your legs. That's going to be your regular slim body. So this one, bring that down, center line. He could be tall with wide shoulders. Skinny head. This one could be like just thick, fat. Center line again. With big old fat legs. Big head. And your head determines, and I said that your head determines a lot, like your age, your age mainly. Give me another long one. Got really long, skinny legs. And my pencil needs to be sharpened. I don't know what I was going to do about this. This one could be just like a little round, or just a short. It's kind of wide, but yeah, still short and thick. Thick guy right there. So let me sharpen my pencil and make some heads and tails out of this thing. And open this guy up a little bit more to the world. All right, back to it. So as I said, if you're drawing, whether you're drawing comics or you're drawing just character design or just drawing cartoons, and using shapes is great for cartoons because you really don't have to put a lot of muscle or great detail into it. You can get away, I could get away with this as a cartoon all day without having to really add anything but just clothes to it. But if you're trying to do more of the serious comics, the Western type comics, then you're going to have to add a little bit more to the body. But drawing different type shapes of characters, this is really good, and you don't stress yourself, especially if you're still in the design phase. You don't have to do this just to design your character, you know. And if basically you're designing a character, is just really the face and the clothes that they wear. Other than that, you know, you don't really worry too much about the body unless the character has just like some little skimpy little shorts on. Then you have to worry about the body. But if you're doing like some knights or some space, whatever, then yeah, you have to kind of, then you don't have to worry too much about the body. So just this, you have that, you just bring it in, curve it out, you know you bring it in where the waist is. This. And I'm not even going to dress these guys. I'm going to dress these guys. What's wrong with you, Brian? Hungry, probably. I didn't eat yet. And of course, always don't forget your center line. I continue to forget to do my center line because I'm so used to doing it. So by doing this little twist, he just bent over. This character is bent over, and he's talking to this guy, which is turning there and looking kind of up because this guy is tall. So that means the center is going to be there. One leg can be here, the other leg can be out here. And the short guy right here. I always want to give him shoulders, so don't leave it flat. Half a triangle, half a triangle. It doesn't have to be a thick triangle if you don't want the person to be muscular. It could be sloped more like the female, or you have that. Just kind of slope it up like that. Slope it up or slope it down like that. And then the body or the hand. Do something more with this guy. No, he's going to stay tall and skinny like that. So if I ink these, which I need to do a speed ink, okay, so there you go. Now you have your little cast of characters, and not one of them was actually done having to use the particular or the regular way that I show you. So it's really simple to do characters or to do characters really, to do a pose. The only hard part about doing any type of pose is just you have to memorize. Where's that little piece of paper at that I had? You have to memorize this. These are the pieces of the body in shapes. I took this body and I broke them all down into shapes. There's 21 different shapes, and it's just learning to do these shapes. As I say, when you get into the Western part, then you have your head. What does it look like from the side? And it looks like a little P, the letter P from the side. Whatever it looks like from the back. You have your cranium, this part right here, and then you have this part there because your neck sticks up into this hole here, and your neck is just a cylinder basically like this. So what is it going to look like from the other side? It's going to look like more like this here. Your shoulders are going to come down there. Your head is going to connect here. Your cylinders, which are just, and I think that would be the hardest thing to learn how to do for some people, is just your cylinders, which is this, and a little bit of that one, because that's just basically a rectangle. When you angle it, it becomes a can, a tuna can, as I like to call it, or the hockey puck for people that don't like tuna. What would it look like from the side if it was flying? You just have to learn these shapes and be able to twist them. How long were you messed up? You have to learn these shapes and be able to twist them. And then I have to see that in editing. How bad was it really messed up? And then once you put them all together, you'll be able to draw whatever it is that you want to draw. So like this. If I turn this upside down in any way, I will put the legs there, or the holes for the legs there, just to give me a reminder. I mean, I know already of where something goes or what something is doing, how it relates to something, Brian. And then you just cylinders here. So you just have to learn these 21 shapes. The hardest thing to learn to do would be the hand and the face, because the face and your hands are your storytellers. You know, if somebody's like really scared, you have to know, you know, that expression to make that person scared. If he's happy, you know, what expression makes that person happy? So just these little things like that, those are the hardest things, should I say. Those are the hardest things you're gonna have to do are the hands and the faces, because yeah, it tells, you know, it tells your whole story. So turning the hand, you know, this way and that way and the other way, that might be the hard part for a lot of people, because there's just so many motions that the hands can, you know, can do. But as I said in the other video, find some images of hands, or just take pictures of your hands and then just draw it like 3 or 4 times straight, and then you'll have a better understanding of hands. And as many different positions as you can think of if you take pictures or look online, because there's a lot of hand photo references online. But yeah, once you get this stuff done, and I turned this into a speed drawing, so I killed some time. My clock is like 39 minutes ago, so that's gonna be a speed drawing, so we still have some time. So there's a lot of things I want to talk about, but I got them set for a particular video, because the whole video is going to be on that thing, and I don't want to like give you a little piece of it and not keep you going. So maybe I'll do a regular drawing and show you guys. This is what you're going to have to master before you even do anything. Master that. Master the body, how the body looks when you turn it, so forth, so on, and the other way. So let me think of something, a position to draw real quick, just to draw real quick. All right, let's try this, and maybe I'll use this as a thumbnail if it comes out good. I'm trying to figure out how to start. Oval. I always start with the oval. That's just me. It's gonna be like this, and leaning over to a degree. Somebody leaning, crouching. It's gonna be down. And notice the shapes that I'm using. It's just basically ovals. That might be a little too big. So this would be like that. Then this is going to be the twisted part here and into the hips. So, because you don't have that much waist. So, curve up here. So this is my chest. Curving up into that arm. Let's see. Put that arm back. And then that one back. Almost like he's gonna run, but he's gonna crouch. If I can get him to crouch. So I'm gonna put this leg here. And the other leg, do one on the knee. Kind of almost like a Silver Surfer. Toe is going to be here, so you can see that bent part. Then you're going to have that heel there. this leg. Then he would have to, if I bring this down, he would have to be standing on something like a rock and then lower it. If I keep it like this, it'll be on the same level. Does it make a difference? Not really, only if I was doing a comic. Put that behind here, so that's a good cover up. So let's do this. This leg is here. You'll see some hip here and the buttocks there. This goes into that waist. Like that. And I'm going to move that head forward. This is that. This is the V for the neck. Move that head forward. Like he's ready to spring up at any second. Give him some neck back here because that head is down low. That arm is going back. So you're going to see the top of that bicep and this right here. Where's my paper at? This forearm. Okay, you have the delt, you have the bicep, and you have the forearm. And when I do these, you notice I always use those shapes, 3 shapes. This oval and this triangle cylinder because it's round. This shape is actually, it's like this, realistically. So if I did the front, which is right here, this is this part right here, and I curve around, it's shaped like this. That little piece, and then this little dip here, you have your bicep in there. So you have your elbow here and the meat that comes around there, and then of course you have your delt, yeah, like that, and that comes up under the delt. So, but this piece is shaped more like that. It's not round. This is when you really start to get into it. So that's just a little helpful pointer. Because it's flat, so you mind. It's flat. You see how it comes around and it has that little dip. So it's not round. It's kind of almost flat, and then it comes more into rounded. When you get into your wrist, it rounds, but then it flattens off there. So yeah, that's just something for you to ponder over tonight. And for the sake of time, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to detail it. I might use it for a thumbnail, detail and use it for a thumbnail. But I wanted to show you this versus this. It's the basic curve of this. This one might come out better because it's got more curve to it. So you have some side because you saw this. You have some side, and because this is what was getting me. Leaning down, that is what got me. Yeah, got you now. So you're gonna have this. It's gonna be up like that. So this eliminates all of that, and this is why I was stressing, because I forgot to bring that diamond. So we have that. Of course, you're gonna have this again. You're gonna have this. And your cylinder is going to go back. So you're going to see the opening in this part of the cylinder, and you won't see the opening in that. And you'll see the opening in here, and you won't see it in that. So this one comes out, this one goes back. So you're going to see the opening here, and you're going to see the opening in the front. So, okay, now center line again. It's going to follow this shape, center line. So right here I have this leg, and this is just one big cylinder or oval right here. And then you can do the cylinder if you choose. And then you have this part of the cylinder, which is the leg right there. Notice how I curved it. And then you have this one that comes down. The legs and arms are not going to change. Sorry, you can't get away with that. It's not going to change. That. And the only thing that I would do is shorten this if I had to, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep it like that. Here's my head. Then I can add my neck, which is just a cylinder as well. And then put my hand, which can be just more of a rectangle, and a little rectangle for a thumb. And all that is this. If I do a hand, I'll round it off like, I'll start off with the roundness. I'll put my thumb here. Then my fingers are bent. You can see that. You're going to have this part, you're going to have this part, and you have the thumb that comes across. So if I do this, you're going to have this like that. Boy, I lost that because this is in the way. Let's do this. Do that one more time. That got in my way really bad. So here's my thumb. Here's my fingers, and here's this part right here. Here is the palm of the hand. So you're going to have this up, this up, this up, and that 1, 2, 3, 4. You already have the 4 and the other part of the palm. So it's just a kind of like an easy peasy kind of quick fist. And of course you got that palm, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have a little piece of meat that squeezes out right here when you do your fist. And the palm comes in there, and then you have your hand. And that's just kind of a quick way that I do fists. I mean, that one's kind of screwed up, but it's a quick way that I do fists. And I mean quick. So, and this one was how did I have this? And this one was back. Like that. So easy to do that. And then if you need to, then you can add the oval inside the box. You add the oval here inside the box. And then you go for your detail. Like I said, this came up, and then you have part of the hip here, which goes into the buttocks. And you're good there. And same thing here, you're already good there. And just bring this in a little bit. That stays the same. You have your curve already. You have this, which is more square. So then you have that for the chest, curves up here, that goes up to the arm. That one goes up, and then you have your mountain or upside down U. You already have that. So you know this goes in, and this comes out like that. So on that note, bombshell, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink these off camera, and this is going to be my thumbnail. So I think that's going to be it for this video, and I'm putting up the other video as soon as I put my pencil down, because it has just uploaded. So I'm going to put it up, and then I will see you guys in the next video. All right, thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment. Leave a comment. I always answer I always respond to all my comments. Since I don't have 1 million people and 1 million people write me back, I always respond to my comments, unless for some reason it thinks it's spam and it doesn't allow me to answer back. Other than that, yeah, write me, email. If you have a serious question, email me. Here's the address, and I will get back to you. All right, later.